Alex Rowan had trained for quiet missions. He liked planets that did not shoot back, did not scream, and did not appear on emergency briefings with red warning signs. This world, catalogued as Pelara 9, was supposed to be one of those calm places. Water covered most of it, broken by wide islands of blue stone and glowing plants that swayed even without wind. From orbit, it looked peaceful. Too peaceful, Alex thought. But he had learned not to argue with mission data. His small survey ship descended through the clouds with a soft hum. The air outside shimmered in strange colors, bending light like water. Alex adjusted the sensors and smiled when everything stayed green. No weapons detected. No hostile signals. No unknown radiation. The mission was simple: land, collect samples, make friendly contact if possible, and leave within 48 hours. Alex was not a soldier. He was an engineer and a cultural scout, someone trained to fix machines and smile at aliens without causing offense. He had practiced greetings in dozens of known alien styles, from bowing to tapping foreheads to exchanging colored lights. Shaking hands, however, was still his favorite. It felt normal, human. The landing platform rose from the shallow sea as his ship touched down. The stone surface was warm and smooth, shaped by hands rather than machines. Alex stepped out slowly, helmet off, trusting the scanners. The air smelled clean, with a hint of salt and something sweet. That was when he saw them. They emerged from the water without splashing, tall and elegant, their skin smooth and pale blue, their eyes large and dark like polished glass. Thin, glowing lines ran along their arms and faces, pulsing softly. They wore simple garments made of woven plant fibers and shining shells. They watched Alex with calm curiosity, not fear. Alex raised his hand slowly to show he meant no harm. He activated the translator pinned to his collar. "Ah, hello," he said clearly. "I come in peace." A soft musical sound answered him, layered voices speaking as one. The translator struggled for a second, then produced words. "Welcome, traveler of the stars." Alex relaxed. First contact without screaming was always a win. One of them stepped forward, taller than the rest, with brighter markings along the face. This one carried authority without weapons. The others parted slightly, giving space. "I am Vesh," the translator said. "Speaker for the Leora." Alex bowed his head slightly. Alex Rowan, human explorer. Vesh studied him closely, eyes moving over his clothes, his hands, his face. "Ah!" Then Vesh raised one arm and extended an open palm, glowing lines brightening. Alex smiled under his breath. A greeting gesture, simple, universal enough. He stepped forward and placed his hand against Vesh's palm. The moment their skin touched, the air changed. A low hum filled the space around them, felt more than heard. The glowing lines on Vesh's arm flared bright white, then spread outward, racing across the bodies of every Leora present. The stone beneath Alex's feet vibrated softly. Alex pulled his hand back in surprise. Did I do something wrong?" The Leora did not answer right away. They stared at him, eyes wide, bodies still. Then, slowly, they began to kneel, all of them. Alex froze.
No, please don't do that.
"I'm not royalty or anything." Vesh lowered his head, voice steady but filled with emotion. "The bond is made." Alex laughed nervously. "The bond?" The translator repeated the words but did not explain them. Before Alex could ask more, a deep chime echoed from somewhere beneath the island. The water round the platform glowed, symbols rising to the surface like light shaped into language Alex could not read. His wrist console beeped sharply. Warning messages flashed across the screen. Unauthorized planetary access detected. External systems override initiated. Return to ship restricted. What? Alex muttered. He tapped commands, but the controls refused him. Vesh rose slowly to full height. You are welcomed, Vesh said. You are chosen. I think there's been a misunderstanding, Alex said, forcing calm into his voice. I just shook your hand. Vesh tilted their heads slightly. Yes. Around them, the other Leora began to sing softly, a sound like waves meeting glass. The glowing lines on their skin pulsed in time with the song. Alex felt a strange warmth spread through his chest, not painful, but heavy, like responsibility settling into his bones. His vision sharpened for a moment, colors becoming brighter, sounds clearer. Then it faded. Okay, Alex said slowly. I need to contact my ship. Vesh gestured toward the water. The ship will wait. Alex did not like the certainty in that statement. High above the planet, far beyond the clouds, Alex's ship sent an automatic status update to Earth. Crew member Alex Rowan, status-bound location. Locked in on Pelara 9, the Leora continued their song, welcoming a human who had no idea what he had just agreed to. Alex had never felt so confused in his life. The Leora's song still echoed in his mind, soft and melodic, yet heavy with meaning he could not understand. He glanced at the glowing lines on their skin, pulsing gently, and tried to calm his racing thoughts. He had expected a friendly welcome, maybe a handshake, and a short survey of the planet. He had not expected this. Mira, a young Leora with pale blue skin and curious eyes, floated closer to him. She did not glow as brightly as the elders, and her movements were slower, hesitant. She tilted her head as if weighing how much to reveal. You do not understand, she said softly. Alex's translator made her words clear. The touch you made was a bond, a binding of hearts, minds, and duties. You are joined to us. Alex stared at her, blinking rapidly. Joined? Mira, I just shook hands. That's all. Just a handshake. Mira hesitated, then nodded. Yes, that is what you thought. But in our tradition, a touch like yours is not simple. It is sacred, a bond that links one being to many.
Alex rubbed his temples. Many? How many?
Are we talking like two people or... He looked around. The Leora were still kneeling, their glowing lines calming but still bright. All of you? Mira's eyes met his. All of us. You are bound to the tribe? Alex took a step back. His mind raced. Wait. That's impossible.
I didn't agree to anything. I didn't sign anything.
I didn't. Vesh approached him again, calm and tall. Agreement is not given by words alone. Your hand offered acceptance. The bond is real. It cannot be undone. Alex swallowed hard. He wanted to argue, to call Earth Command, to step back onto his ship and leave this entire world behind. But when he reached for the small communicator on his wrist, he realized it was locked. Every button refused him. Even manual commands were ignored. The ship was not his to control anymore. Mira floated closer, her voice gentle. We do not mean to frighten you. The bond is not harmful. It will not destroy you. But it changes your role, your responsibilities, your life. Alex looked at her, desperation rising. I didn't ask for any of this. I don't even know what it means to be married to a tribe. I'm a human. I'm alone. I don't belong here. Mira shook her head slowly. Belonging is not what you think. The bond gives you connection, protection, knowledge. You are linked to us, to our survival. Without the bond, the tribe could not endure. Alex felt a cold wave of fear. He had never been responsible for anyone but himself. Now he was responsible for an entire alien species. The weight pressed on him, stronger than gravity. Linked how? He asked. Like mind control? Like you'll tell me what to do and I'll have to obey? Mira's glowing lines dimmed. Not control. Guidance. Connection. You will sense what we feel, understand what we need. The bond is mutual. You give, we give. But the link is strong. Very strong. Alex groaned. He sank to a stone surface, trying to process. This is insane. I can't even contact Earth. They don't know what's happening, and I can't explain it to them. If they think I'm married to a bunch of aliens, they'll... A low vibration ran through the ground. Alex froze. The stone beneath him glimmered with strange symbols again, moving like they were alive.
Mira's eyes widened. The ceremony approaches.
The final acceptance. Soon, you will be fully connected. You must decide if you resist or accept. Alex felt panic rising in his chest. I can't decide. I don't even know what I'm saying yes to. Vesh stepped closer, his presence commanding but calm. Acceptance is not optional. The bond is formed. It is real. Your life will continue whether you resist or embrace it. But resistance brings danger to you and to us. Alex's hands trembled. He looked around at the Leora, who watched silently. Their song had stopped, but the glow on their skin pulsed slowly, steadily. They did not speak judgment. They waited. Mira floated closer again, placing a small hand on his shoulder. The glow from her lines brushed against his skin. Alex flinched, but the warmth that spread through him was gentle. "It will not harm you," she said. "It will change you, yes, but you are not alone."
We are with you. Alex closed his eyes.
He could feel it, faintly at first, then stronger, a connection running through him. Thoughts not his own touched his mind. Feelings not his own stirred his heart. Curiosity, caution, joy, fear. The Leora's emotions, but not overwhelming. A faint thread linked him to them. He opened his eyes and looked at Mira. "So, if I do nothing, I'm stuck?" Mira nodded. "You cannot leave the bond, but you can choose how you walk within it." Alex leaned back against the stone, trying to breathe. He had trained for emergencies, for hostile planets, for dangerous weather and unknown viruses. He had not trained for being married to a tribe of aliens. He had no idea what that would even mean. "You have 48 hours to complete your mission," Vesh said, voice calm and certain. "During that time you will learn, you will understand, you will prepare. After that, your connection will stabilize." Alex's stomach twisted. 48 hours? That's it?
Yes, Vesh replied.
Then the bond will be permanent. You will be one with us in every way that matters. There is no returning. Alex felt sweat bead on his forehead. He wanted to scream, to run, to escape, to hide. He wanted the comforting hum of his ship, the lights of Earth, the simple weight of being alone. Instead, he was on this stone platform, surrounded by glowing aliens, locked into a bond he did not understand. "Okay," he muttered, voice tight. "I guess I'll learn. I don't really have a choice, do I?" Mira smiled faintly, her glowing lines soft and gentle. "No, you do not, but we will help you." Alex nodded, though his heart raced. "Help me. Teach me. Just don't hurt me." The Leora did not speak. Their glow dimmed slightly, a sign of calm. Mira gestured toward a shallow pool of water nearby, smooth and glowing softly. "First, you must rest. The bond requires your strength, your mind, your clarity. Tonight you sleep here, under the stars, and we will be near." Alex followed, stepping carefully into the cool water. It felt strange, not cold, not warm, just alive. He could feel faint pulses beneath his feet, vibrations that were not mechanical, not electrical, alive. He had never felt anything like it. As he settled into the water, he felt the connection grow, tiny threads reaching out, linking his senses to the Leora around him. He could feel Mira's presence close by, the calm, steady heartbeat of the tribe beneath the glowing stones, the slow pull of something ancient and powerful in the water. Alex closed his eyes, trying to sleep, though sleep seemed impossible. Thoughts raced in his mind. How could he survive this? How could he ever explain it to anyone? How could he keep control of himself when he was tied to an entire alien species? And yet beneath the fear, beneath the panic, there was a spark of something else. Curiosity, wonder, the first faint sense that maybe this bond was not just danger. Maybe it was something bigger than he could yet understand. He had always wanted to see new worlds. He had always wanted adventure. He had not expected marriage. He had not expected responsibility. He had not expected to be linked to a species in a way that no human had ever been linked before. But as the night sky turned from the deep violet of the alien sunset to the soft silver of the twin moons, Alex realized he had no choice. He was here. He was bound. He could fight, he could panic, he could argue, but the Leora had already accepted him, and, whether he wanted it or not, he was now part of something far larger than himself. The water pulsed gently around him. The glowing lines of the Leora dimmed and rose in rhythm, as if the entire tribe was breathing together. And Alex, the human who had only wanted a simple handshake, felt the first stirrings of connection. The bond had begun. Alex woke to the sound of gentle splashes. The water around him reflected the soft light of Pelara 9's twin moons, and the glowing lines of the Leora pulsed slowly in rhythm with the gentle waves. He felt a strange calm, though sleep had not fully come. The bond with the Leora was no longer faint. It had grown overnight. Subtle but powerful, threading through his thoughts and feelings. He could sense them now, not just Mira, not just Vesh, but the tribe as a whole. He rose slowly, water dripping from his suit and hair. Mira floated nearby, her eyes bright but calm. "Good morning," she said softly. Alex could feel her smile through the bond. It was strange and unsettling, like feeling someone's happiness inside your own chest. "Morning," he replied, rubbing his face. "I still don't really understand any of this." Mira tilted her head. "You will? But today, you must meet others in the tribe. They will help you understand. You must know the responsibilities the bond brings." Alex nodded slowly. "Responsibilities, huh?"
Okay. Lead the way, I guess.
They walked through the glowing stones and shallow waters, the tribe watching from a distance. The Leora moved gracefully, almost as if floating over the ground. Alex tried to ignore the faint hum in his head, the sense of thoughts and feelings that were not his own. He could hear whispers of caution, curiosity, and concern from them all. He felt their trust, their fear, and their hope, and it was overwhelming. They reached a large open area where more Leora waited. Some were elderly, their glowing lines faint and slow, others young and energetic. Alex realized the tribe was larger than he had expected. Hundreds of them, maybe more, and all of them somehow linked to him. Vesh stepped forward, raising a hand. The glowing lines on his body brightened. "This is your family now," he said. "Not by choice of your own, but by acceptance of the bond. Each of us is tied to you. You are tied to us."
You will learn what that means? Alex swallowed hard.
The family, right. I'm a human. I don't even know how to handle one person, let alone an entire tribe. A young Leora Tira floated closer. Her lines were bright, almost gold in the moonlight. "You will learn," she said gently. "You will fail sometimes. You will succeed sometimes. But the bond is stronger than your fear." Alex tried to focus on her words, but the bond pulled at his mind again, linking him to the entire tribe. He felt small stirrings of their emotions, small flashes of their memories, glimpses of places he had never seen. It was dizzying. "Take it slowly," Mira said. "Let the bond guide you, but do not let it overwhelm you. The tribe will help. You are not alone." Alex nodded, but his stomach twisted. He still felt trapped. He still wanted to contact Earth, to call for help, to tell someone, anyone, that he was trapped in a bond he did not understand. But every attempt at communication failed. The ship's systems remained locked, and even his personal console showed only the words, "Bond active, access denied." He followed Mira to the center of the tribe, where Vesh waited. "You must learn to see what we see," Vesh said. "The bond is not just for ceremony, it is survival. We are linked to this planet, to its waters, its currents, its life. You are now linked too." Alex frowned. "Linked to a planet? How is that possible?" Vesh did not answer with words. Instead, he gestured toward the water. Alex watched as ripples moved in perfect rhythm, glowing patterns forming beneath the surface. He felt it in his chest, the bond responding. He could sense the water's movement as if it were part of him. The Leora's connection to the planet was something real, tangible, and now he was part of it. A shiver ran through him. This was more than a handshake, more than a bond. This was merging. Tyra floated beside him again. "You feel it, don't you? The currents, the life, the flow of energy? You are part of it now. You must respect it, guide it, protect it."
Alex's head spun. Protect it? I can't even protect myself.
"I'm not trained for this." Vesh stepped closer. "You are more capable than you think. The bond will help you. You will feel what we feel, see what we see, and you will act when the time comes. That is your role. That is your responsibility." Alex tried to process the words, the feelings, the strange new knowledge that flowed into him. He was connected, yes, but not just to the Leora. He could sense the currents of the planet, the faint tremors in the stones beneath his feet, the pulsing life of the ocean around him. It was beautiful and terrifying all at once. Mira floated closer, sensing his struggle. "We will teach you." she said softly. The bond is not a prison, Alex. It is a bridge. It will guide you and you will guide us, but you must choose to walk with it, not against it. Alex took a deep breath. He looked around at the tribe, all those glowing faces watching him, waiting. He felt their hopes and fears, their trust and their doubts. He realized the weight of the bond was heavier than anything he had ever carried, and yet, somehow, it also gave him strength. He nodded slowly. Okay, he said. I'll try. I'll walk with it. The Leora's glowing lines brightened in approval. Vesh's voice carried a note of relief. Then you are ready for the next step. You must meet the council. Alex followed Mira to a large building carved from stone and coral. Inside, a circle of elders waited. Their lines were slower, deeper, more complex. Each carried the weight of decades, even centuries. Alex felt the bond strengthen as he entered the room. Their thoughts and emotions touched his mind, and he realized this was not just a tribe. This was a community, a society, a species that had lived and thrived through unity. The eldest, a Leora named Caro, spoke first. You are bound to us. The bond is real. You carry our future, our lives, our memories. You must understand that this is not a game. You are a leader now, though you may not feel it. Alex's throat went dry. Leader?
Me? I'm just an engineer.
I fix things. I don't lead people. Caro's glowing lines flickered. Leadership is not about fixing. It is about choice. You have been chosen. You must choose wisely. Alex looked around at the elders, their eyes calm but sharp. He realized they were testing him, observing how he would respond. He swallowed hard.
Okay, he said. I will try.
I'll learn, but I need help.
I need guidance. Mira floated to his side. And you will have it, she said. Every step of the way. The elders nodded. Then Caro spoke again. There is danger approaching. Not from your world, not from ours, but from beyond the stars. A species that will not understand your bond, that will see it as weakness or threat. They are coming. You must prepare. Alex felt the bond tighten, pulling him closer to the tribe, linking him to their fears and their courage.
How long? He asked.
Not long, Caro said. Days, maybe hours. The bond will protect you, but only if you accept it fully. You cannot hide from this.
You cannot escape it. Alex's stomach twisted.
He had expected challenges on Pelaranine, but not this. Not threats from beyond the stars. Not wars he could not understand, battles he was untrained for. And yet, as he looked at the Leora around him, he realized that running was not an option. The bond tied him to them. Their lives were his lives now. Their fears were his fears. Their future was his future. He closed his eyes and let the bond flow through him. He could feel the tribe's strength, their courage, their patience. He could feel the planet itself, steady and ancient, pulsing with life. And he felt something else deep inside, a spark of hope, of determination, of understanding that maybe he could do this. When he opened his eyes, he saw the tribe watching him, waiting for his response. Okay, he said again, his voice stronger this time. I accept. I don't understand everything, but I will stand with you. I will learn. I will protect you. The elders' lines pulsed brighter, the glow of their approval spreading through the room. Mira smiled faintly, and Alex felt her happiness as clearly as if it were his own. Vesh stepped forward, placing a hand on Alex's shoulder. "Then the next steps begin," he said. "You will learn our ways, our histories, our duties. The bond grows stronger with knowledge. You must prepare, for what comes will test you in ways you cannot yet imagine." Alex nodded, feeling the weight of responsibility settle over him. It was heavy, but it was not crushing. Somehow, the bond gave him strength, clarity, focus. He realized that though he was human, though he had only come for a simple survey, he was now something more. He was part of this tribe, part of this planet, part of a connection that stretched beyond what he had ever known. And for the first time since he had arrived, Alex felt
Ready! Alex spent the first hours of the day trying to adjust to the new reality.
the bond with the Leora had grown stronger overnight, spreading through him like roots weaving into stone. He could sense the tribe's movements even before he saw them, feel their thoughts before they spoke, and sense their emotions as clearly as his own. It was exhausting, confusing, and terrifying, but also strangely comforting. He was not alone, though he wished at times that he could just be. Mira appeared beside him, her glowing lines pulsing gently. "You slept well?" she asked, her voice soft but carrying in his mind through the bond. Alex shook his head. "Not really. I can feel everyone. It's like my thoughts aren't my own." "How do you do this all the time?" Mira smiled faintly.
You learn. The bond becomes easier.
"You will feel less, but understand more. That is the gift." Alex nodded slowly. "I hope so. I'm not sure I can handle much more confusion." Mira guided him to the heart of the tribe. Children played in shallow pools of water, their glowing lines flickering like tiny stars. Elders moved gracefully across the stone, their expressions calm and steady. Alex could sense the heartbeat of the entire community now, not as separate feelings but as one steady pulse. It was both overwhelming and grounding. Vesh waited for him near a large coral formation that glowed softly in the morning light. "Today," Vesh said, "you will learn our history, our ways, our responsibilities. You are no longer a visitor. You are part of this tribe. To protect us, you must know us." Alex nodded, swallowing hard. "All right, where do we start?" Vesh gestured to a shallow pool. The water shimmered, and as Alex approached, he felt a strange pull from the bond. Images and feelings rushed into his mind, visions of the past. He saw the Leora as they had been hundreds of years ago, fighting for survival, struggling against storms, predators, and other alien tribes. He felt their fear, their hope, and their determination. Mira watched him closely. "These are our memories, our stories. The bond allows you to see them, to understand us. You will learn not just with your mind, but with your heart." Alex closed his eyes, letting the images flow. He felt the pain of loss, the joy of discovery, the quiet moments of peace. He understood now why the bond was so strong. It was not just a connection to the present, it was a connection to the past, to the very essence of the tribe. After what felt like hours, Alex opened his eyes, blinking against the soft glow. I think I understand a little. You have survived because you are together. Every decision, every choice was made for the tribe, not for one person." Vesh nodded. "Exactly. And now you are part of those choices. Your thoughts, your actions, your understanding will shape our future." Alex felt the weight of those words. He was responsible for more than just himself now. He was responsible for a species, a community, a way of life, and the bond ensured that he could not ignore that responsibility. Tyra floated closer, her lines glowing softly. "There are challenges," she said. "Not all of the tribe will trust you immediately. Some will doubt your commitment. Others may resent your presence."
You must be patient and show them your intentions.
Alex nodded slowly.
I understand. I'll do my best.
"I promise," Mira smiled. "That is all we ask." The day passed in a blur of lessons. Alex learned the tribe's customs, their rituals, their way of living in harmony with the planet. He learned how the bond allowed him to communicate silently with them, to sense danger, to feel what they felt. He realized that the bond was not just a link. It was a tool, a guide, a way to protect and serve the tribe. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting the waters in shades of pink and gold, Alex felt a sudden tension through the bond. The tribe's emotions shifted, a ripple of fear and urgency spreading through him. Mira noticed immediately. "Something is coming," she said softly. "A warning from the planet. We are not alone." Alex's heart raced. "Alone? What do you mean?" Vesh appeared, his lines bright and sharp. "Another presence approaches. We have felt it before, but it draws near."
You must be ready. Alex's mind raced.
Ready for what? Who is it?
"Why haven't I sensed them before?" Vesh placed a hand on his shoulder, the glow warm and steady. "The bond protects you, but it cannot shield you from all. The others are coming. You must learn to act, to lead, to respond. The tribe will follow you, but your decisions will matter." Alex swallowed hard. The idea that beings from beyond the planet were approaching filled him with both fear and determination. He had no weapons, no knowledge of their technology, nothing but the bond and his wits. Yet he knew he could not run. He could not hide. The tribe depended on him. Mira guided him to a shallow platform that overlooked the water. "Focus," she said. "Feel the currents, the energy, the life."
You are part of this world now. You can sense what is coming.
Alex closed his eyes, letting the bond flow through him. He felt the water pulse beneath him, the wind shift across the stone, the subtle vibrations of movement in the distance. There was something approaching, something large, something deliberate. He could not see it yet, but the bond gave him a faint sense of direction and intent. "Do you see it?" Mira asked, her voice close to his mind. Alex shook his head. "Not yet. I can feel it. I can sense it moving, but it's not clear." Vesh stepped beside him. "You will learn. The bond will guide you, but you must trust it. Trust yourself. Trust the tribe. Trust the tribe." The hours passed, and the tension in the air grew. Alex could feel the emotions of the Leora shifting from calm curiosity to cautious alertness. The bond connected him to their fears, their instincts, their readiness. He felt every heartbeat, every thought, every whisper of concern. Then, as the twin moons rose high, a shadow appeared on the horizon. It was massive, larger than any ship Alex had seen. Its shape was unfamiliar, jagged, and its energy signature pulsed in a way that made the ground beneath them hum. The Liara stiffened, their glowing lines brightening in alarm. Alex felt the bond tighten, a rush of energy that was both terrifying and empowering. He could sense the presence as clearly as if it were standing beside him. It was intelligent, aware, and intent on approaching the planet. "Who are they?" Alex whispered, more to himself than to anyone else. Vesh's eyes were steady. They are a species from beyond the stars. They do not understand our ways. They see our bond as a weakness. They seek to challenge us.
Alex felt a surge of determination. Then we won't let them succeed.
I don't know how, but we won't. Mira floated close, her glow soft and steady. You must remember, Alex, the bond is more than connection. It is strength. It is guidance. Trust it. Alex nodded, feeling the power of the bond flowing through him. He could sense every Leora, every movement, every thought aligned with his own. It was overwhelming, yes, but also exhilarating. For the first time, he realized that he was not just part of the tribe. He was its guide, its protector, its link to survival. As the shadow drew closer, Alex could feel the weight of responsibility pressing down on him. The bond was no longer just a connection. It was a lifeline, a shield, and a weapon. He had to act, to lead, to protect. And somehow, he knew that the tribe would follow him, trusting his decisions even if he was unsure. He looked at Mira, then at Vesh, and finally at the gathered tribe. All right, he said, his voice steady. We face this together. I don't know everything, but I know this. We are stronger as one. We won't let anything harm this tribe. Not now, not ever. Not. Leora's glowing lines brightened in response, their energy flowing into him, strengthening him, guiding him. The bond pulsed, a living rhythm connecting every member of the tribe to him and him to them. Alex felt fear, yes, but also courage, determination, and a sense of purpose deeper than anything he had ever known. The shadow continued to advance, massive and foreboding. Alex took a deep breath, letting the bond fill him, grounding him, focusing his thoughts. He knew the next hours would test him, challenge him, and push him beyond anything he had ever imagined. But he was ready. He was part of this tribe. He was part of this world. And together, they would face whatever came next. The bond thrummed through him, steady and unyielding. And Alex realized that he was not just a human on a strange planet anymore. He was a guardian, a protector, and a link in something far greater than himself. The first challenge had arrived, and he would not fail. Alex felt the weight of the approaching threat pressing on him like the pull of gravity. The shadow on the horizon had grown larger, jagged edges cutting across the twin moons' reflection on the water. The Leora moved silently, their glowing lines bright and steady, readying themselves for what was coming. Alex had never seen a species prepare for battle, and he realized the bond he shared with them was now more than connection. It was responsibility. Every pulse of fear, every heartbeat of courage, every thought of the tribe flowed into him, guiding him and demanding action. Alex, Mira whispered, her voice calm but urgent. He could feel her presence in his mind. You must focus. The bond will guide you. Trust it, he nodded, taking a deep breath. The bond pulsed through him, stronger than ever. He felt the currents of the planet, the energy of the water, the emotions of every Leora around him. He could sense fear, yes, but also determination, trust, and anticipation. They were counting on him to lead them, to protect them, to act wisely. Besh floated to his side, towering and calm. The intruders approach, he said. They are a species from the outer rim. They will not understand our ways. They will see us as weak. You must prove otherwise. Alex swallowed hard. How do I do that? I don't have weapons. I don't have a fleet. Nothing. How am I supposed to...
You have the bond, Vesh interrupted.
It is your strength. It connects you to us. It connects you to this world. You must learn to use it. You will act not alone, but as one with us." Alex closed his eyes, letting the bond flow through him. He felt the tribe's readiness, the energy of the water, the life in the air, the pulsing stones beneath their feet. He realized that he could sense everything about the planet now: the currents, the tides, the vibrations, even the faint signals of the approaching ships. They were massive, mechanical, and moving with purpose. "They are large," Alex whispered. "I can feel them." "They are huge," quote. Mira nodded. "And they are coming fast. We must prepare. You must act." Alex's mind raced. He had been an engineer, a surveyor, someone trained to fix things, not to lead armies or defend entire species. Yet here he was, bonded to a tribe whose lives now depended on him. He could not run. He could not hide. He had no choice but to step forward, to use the bond, to act. He focused on the currents of the water, letting the bond guide him. He could feel the energy of the planet itself responding to him, pulsing in rhythm with the life of the Leora. He realized he could direct it, in small ways at first, guiding currents, moving waves, creating barriers that could slow the approaching threat. "Alex, focus," Vesh said, his hand on Alex's shoulder, the glow of his lines bright and steady.
You can do this. You are part of us.
"We are part of you. Together we are stronger than any force that approaches." Alex nodded, closing his eyes completely. He felt the bond, felt the tribe, felt the planet. He imagined a shield, not made of metal or energy, but of life itself. The water around them began to move, small ripples at first, then larger waves, rising and forming patterns that pulsed with energy. The stones beneath their feet glimmered, responding to his thoughts, forming barriers and channels that guided the water. The shadow drew closer. Now he could see the shapes of the approaching ships. They were jagged, dark, and unlike anything he had seen before. They emitted a low hum that vibrated through the air and ground. The Leora's lines pulsed faster, and he felt their fear and determination like a drumbeat in his chest. "They are strong," Alex whispered. "I can feel their intent. They are coming to take this planet, to take you. We can't let them." "You can," Vesh said. "You will. The bond will guide you. Trust yourself." Alex took a deep breath and reached out with the bond. He felt the tribe respond instantly, their energy flowing into him, strengthening him. He could feel their movements, their instincts, their understanding. He could sense the planet's energy, the water responding to the bond. He realized then that he was not alone. He was not facing this threat by himself. The Leora, the planet, and the bond itself were with him. He focused, imagining a barrier of water and energy forming between them and the approaching ships. The water rose, glowing lines, tracing patterns in the air, forming shapes that moved with the rhythm of the bond. The ships hit the edge of the barrier and faltered slightly, their engines struggling against the force. Alex felt a surge of confidence. "It works," he whispered. "I can do this." Mira floated close, her lines bright. "Yes, but control it. You cannot overextend. The bond can guide you, but your energy is limited. You must be careful." Alex nodded, feeling the weight of responsibility and the surge of power. He could feel the intruders' intent, their movements, and he began to manipulate the currents more precisely. He guided waves to rise and fall, creating obstacles for the approaching ships, slowing them, redirecting them. The Leora followed his lead, moving with him, their glowing lines pulsing in perfect rhythm. Hours seemed to pass in minutes. The bond pulsed constantly, a living rhythm that connected Alex to every Leora, to the planet, to the threat approaching. He could sense their fear, but also their trust, their reliance on him, and it gave him strength. The intruders advanced, their ships striking the water barriers, trying to break through. Alex focused harder, using every ounce of energy and concentration to guide the currents, to protect the tribe. He could feel the bond straining, the Leora giving their strength to him, and he knew he could not falter. Suddenly, one of the intruder ships broke through a section of the water barrier. Alex felt a surge of panic, but the bond steadied him. Mira floated beside him, her lines bright.
Focus, she whispered. Feel the bond.
Feel us. You can stop them. Alex took a deep breath, centering himself. He felt the energy of the planet, the water, the tribe, and the intruders. He focused on the largest ship, the one at the center, and imagined a wave of energy rising from the water, surrounding it, slowing it, redirecting it. The water glowed, the lines pulsing faster, and the ship faltered, forced to change course. The other ships followed instinctively, as if reacting to the force he had created. The Leora moved with him, guiding the smaller currents, supporting the barriers, creating a network of defense that used the planet itself as protection. Alex realized then that the bond was not just connection. It was strategy. It was power. It was unity. Vesh's voice carried in his mind. You are not alone. Trust yourself. Alex's confidence grew. He could feel the bond guiding him, showing him where to direct energy, how to move the currents, how to protect the tribe. He was learning, adapting, and using the bond in ways he had never imagined possible. The intruders struggled, their ships faltering against the combination of Leora energy and the planet's natural forces. Alex could sense their frustration, their confusion. They had expected an easy target, but they had underestimated the bond, underestimated the unity, underestimated him. Hours passed, though time felt strange. Alex's mind was a constant flow of energy, thought, emotion, and connection. He guided the currents, blocked attacks, and maintained the bond, all while feeling the tribe's trust and support. The intruders began to retreat, their ships breaking formation, struggling against the living defense of the planet and the bond. Alex felt relief, though he knew the danger was not fully gone. They are retreating, he whispered. We've done it. We stopped them. Mira floated close, her lines soft and warm. Yes, but be cautious. They may return. You have proven yourself, but this is only the beginning. You must continue to grow with the bond, to lead, to protect.
Alex nodded, exhausted but determined.
I understand. I will. I won't let anything harm this tribe. I promise. Vesh approached, placing a hand on Alex's shoulder. You have done well. The bond has strengthened because of your actions. The tribe trusts you, the planet responds to you, and together we are strong. You are ready for the challenges ahead. Alex felt the weight of responsibility and the power of the bond in perfect balance. He knew that this was only the first test, the first of many challenges he would face. But he also knew that he was not alone. The Leora, the planet, and the bond itself were with him, guiding him, supporting him, making him stronger than he had ever been. He looked out at the retreating shadow of the intruders, feeling the bond pulse through him, steady and unyielding. He realized then that he was no longer just a human on a strange planet. He was part of something far greater, something living, something powerful. And he would protect it, no matter the cost. The bond pulsed, alive and strong. And Alex knew that whatever came next, he would not face it alone. Alex stood on the edge of the glowing stones, watching the calm after the storm. The intruders had retreated beyond the horizon, their massive ships disappearing into the night sky. The twin moons reflected on the water, casting soft silver light over the tribe. Alex could feel the Leora around him, their energy calm but alert, their trust in him steady. The bond pulsed through him, steady and alive, connecting him to every member of the tribe and to the planet itself. Mira floated to his side, her glowing lines gentle in the moonlight. "You have done well, Alex," she said softly, her voice carrying in his mind through the bond. "The threat has passed, but not forever. You must continue to grow, to learn, to lead." Alex nodded, exhaustion and relief mixing in his chest. "I understand. I've never had so much responsibility before. I don't know if I'm ready, but I'll do my best." Vesh appeared behind him, his tall figure calm and steady. "You are ready," he said. "You have proven yourself. The bond is strong because of your courage and your choices. You have led us through danger, and you have grown with us." Alex took a deep breath, feeling the bond's energy flow through him. He could sense every heartbeat, every thought, every movement of the tribe. He could feel the life of the planet, the currents of the water, the pulse of the stones beneath their feet. He realized that the bond was not just connection. It was strength, guidance, and unity. The tribe gathered around him, their glowing lines bright and steady. Children played nearby, their laughter soft and melodic, their joy touching him through the bond. Elders watched with calm expressions, their experience and wisdom now linked to him. Alex felt their trust, their hope, their reliance on him, and he knew that he could not fail. Tira floated close, her lines warm and bright. "Alex," she said, "there is something you must understand. The bond is permanent. It cannot be undone. You are no longer just a visitor. You are part of this tribe, part of this world, and part of its future." Alex swallowed hard. "I know. I feel it. And I accept it. I may not understand everything yet, but I know that I belong here now. I won't run. I won't hide. I will protect this tribe and this planet."
Mira smiled faintly. "Then you are ready for the next step."
"You must help us shape the bond, define it, and guide it. The tribe looks to you, not as an outsider, but as one of us."
Your choices will matter, your actions will matter, and your heart will matter.
Alex felt a surge of determination. He had been an ordinary human, trained to explore and fix things, but now he was something more. He was a leader, a guardian, a link between his species and the Leora. The bond had changed him, given him strength, clarity, and purpose. He could feel the life of the tribe flowing through him, the currents of the planet responding to his thoughts, the energy of the Leora guiding his actions. "Show me," Alex said, his voice steady. "Show me how to guide the bond, how to help the tribe, how to protect this world." Vesh nodded. "First, you must understand our law. The bond is not just connection. It is responsibility. You must act for the tribe, for the planet, and for the future. Your choices will shape our destiny." Alex followed Mira and Vesh to a large coral platform where the tribe's council gathered. The elders' lines glowed softly, their energy calm but powerful. Alex could sense their thoughts, their knowledge, their memories of centuries. They were waiting for him, testing him, observing him. "You have led us through danger, Caro," the eldest said, his voice steady. "You have proven your courage and your understanding. Now, You must help us define the bond for the future. Your choices will matter as much as ours. Alex felt the bond pulse stronger, connecting him to each elder, each member of the council. He realized that the bond was not just connection. It was guidance, strategy, and protection. He could feel the energy of the planet, the currents of the water, the life of the tribe. He could guide it, shape it, and protect it.
I understand, Alex said. I will do my best.
I will help guide the bond, protect the tribe, and defend this world. I don't know everything yet, but I will learn. The elder's lines brightened in approval. Mira's glow softened, and Alex felt her pride and trust as if it were his own. Vesh placed a hand on his shoulder. Then you are ready. The tribe will follow you. The planet will respond to you, and the bond will grow stronger with every choice you make. The night passed in quiet lessons. Alex learned how to sense the planet's energy, how to guide the currents, and how to connect more deeply with the tribe. He could feel their thoughts, their emotions, and their intentions more clearly than ever. The bond had strengthened, and he was beginning to understand its full potential. As dawn approached, a soft vibration ran through the stones beneath their feet. Alex felt it immediately. It was not an attack, not a threat, but a signal, a message from beyond the planet. Mira sensed it too. Someone is reaching out, she said softly. Another world, another species. They have felt the bond. They want to know if humans can connect as we do. Alex felt a surge of curiosity and anticipation. Another species? Are they hostile? Mira shook her head. Not yet. They are cautious. They wish to understand. The bond has reached beyond our world.
Your connection has opened a new path. Alex felt a strange pride.
He had arrived on Pelara 9 expecting a simple mission, a quiet survey. He had not expected to become part of a tribe, a planet, and a bond that reached across the stars. Yet here he was, ready to guide, protect, and connect. Vesh floated close, his glow steady. This is only the beginning. The bond will continue to grow. You will face challenges, choices, and dangers, but you will not face them alone. The tribe, the planet, and the bond are with you. Alex nodded. I understand. And I am ready. I don't know what comes next, but I will meet it. I will lead, protect, and guide. I will honor the bond. The Leora gathered around him, their glowing lines bright and steady, their trust and hope flowing into him. Alex felt the full power of the bond, the strength of the tribe, and the life of the planet. He realized that he was not just a human. He was part of something greater, something alive, something enduring. As the twin suns rose over Pelara 9, Alex looked out at the horizon, feeling the bond pulse through him, alive and strong. The intruders had retreated, but the universe was wide, and other challenges awaited. Yet he was no longer afraid. He had the tribe, the bond, and the planet itself. He had purpose, guidance, and connection. He turned to Mira, who floated beside him, her glow bright in the morning light. We are ready, he said, his voice calm and steady. We face whatever comes next together.
Mira smiled, her lines pulsing gently.
Yes, Alex, together.
Alex felt a wave of calm and determination. He knew that the bond was more than connection. It was life, strength, and unity. He could feel the tribe's trust, the planet's energy, and the potential of the bond stretching beyond Pelara 9. Another world might seek them. Another species might challenge them. But Alex was ready. He would protect this tribe, this planet, and the bond itself, no matter the cost. The bond pulsed once, twice, then settled into a steady rhythm. Alive and strong, Alex closed his eyes, feeling the full weight and power of the connection. He was human, yes, but he was more than that now. He was part of a living bond, part of a tribe, part of a planet, part of something that could reach across the stars, and he would not fail. The twin suns rose higher, the waters shimmered, and the Leora gathered around him, their trust and hope flowing through the bond. Alex felt it all, their courage, their wisdom, their life, and he realized that he had finally found his place. He was no longer a visitor. He was a protector, a leader, and a part of the universe in a way he had never imagined. The bond had begun as a handshake, a misunderstanding, a surprise, but now it was permanent, alive, and unbreakable. Alex had learned, grown, and accepted it. He was ready for whatever came next. And as the morning light spread across Pilara 9, Alex Rowan, human and bonded, smiled. He was not alone. He was part of a family, a world, and a living bond that would endure beyond any threat. He was ready. The bond pulsed, steady and alive, and Alex knew the future would be shaped by his courage, his choices, and his connection. The tribe, the planet, and he were one, and together they would face the universe.